Good evening. I am Colonel Natsakan Perkachatrians Bagratuni, the founder of the World Organization for the Liberation of Armenia. Today we'll speak about US-Armenia joint exercises amid rising fears of massacre of Armenian Christians in Armenia. This is a very important article from CBN News. CBN News is a Christian broadcasting news agency in America. This is genocide. US and Armenia to hold joint exercise amid rising fears of massacre of Christians. September 7, 2023. Steve Warren. The United States is increasing military ties with Armenia, a Christian nation that's under threat from its Muslim neighbor Azerbaijan. CBN News contributing correspondent Chuck Holton reports the Biden administration is taking steps to dissuade Turkey and Azerbaijan from invading Armenia. US Army Europe, African, and Armenian Armed Forces will hold a joint exercise named Eagle Partner 23 in Armenia between September 11 and 20. September 11. The Defense Department of America said the initiative aims to fortify our alliance with Armenia. Look, our alliance with Armenia, the Defense Department said. Focusing on bolstering interoperability and readiness via specialized peacekeeping operations training. The exercise will involve approximately 85 US personnel and 175 Armenian participants. These are the official numbers we know. The Armenian Defense Ministry said that purpose of this exercise was to get its forces ready to help with international peacekeeping missions, according to Reuters. This is reportedly an example of NATO's Partnership for Peace exercise that have been conducted in the Caucasus region for almost 20 years and the first of its kind inside Armenia. This is an example of NATO's PFP exercises and the first of its kind inside Armenia. As Armenia has distanced itself from its long-time ally Russia due to its betrayal and support from Turkey and the Azerbaijan Republic, the United States and its allies are improving their relationship with Armenia to protect the country from Turkey and Azerbaijan, who intend to massacre Armenians because of racial and religious causes, Holton explained. Former ICC, it means International Criminal Court, chief prosecutor tells Congress Azerbaijani blockade of Armenian region of Artsakh is genocide under international law. Meanwhile, a Congressional Human Rights Commission heard testimony Wednesday that there is a reason to believe genocide efforts against the Armenians are already underway. In testimony before the commission, Luis Moreno Ocampo, the former chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, warned the United States is a risk of becoming complicit in an ongoing genocide in Nagorno-Karabakh, where 120,000 ethnic Armenians have been sealed off from food and medicine for 9 months and are being starved to death by the government of Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan and Armenia are neighboring countries, and Nagorno-Karabakh, which is a region inhabited by Armenians for like 3,000 years, it was a part of Armenia. It's an Armenian region, and its Armenian name is Artsakh, not Nagorno-Karabakh, but Artsakh. So the 120,000 ethnic Armenians have been sealed off from food and medicine for 9 months and are being starved to death by the government of Azerbaijan. The United States should openly inform the Azerbaijani government that without the immediate and unconditional removal of Lachin Corridor, or in Armenian Berzor Corridor, Lachin or Berzon is a city between Armenia and its region Artsakh or Nagorno-Karabakh, and Azerbaijani army, with the help of Russians and Turkey, they invaded and occupied in 2020 November this part of Armenia, and Lachin or Berzor city now is under Azerbaijani occupation. So they blockade this Lachin corridor. The US would consider Azerbaijan to be committing genocide, Ocampo said. Ocampo's warning comes just weeks after he issued a report that the Azerbaijani blockade of the Lachin corridor, the lone road from Armenia to Nagorno-Karabakh or Artsakh, constitutes genocide under Article 2C of the Genocide Convention. The Biden administration has to say immediately that this is genocide and put a stop to it, said U.S. Representative Chris Smith. He's a Republican congressman from New Jersey, co-chair of the commission, who noted that both the U.S. State Department and USAID did not respond to his invitation to testify at the hearing. Delay is denial. This crime, it is a crime of genocide, was planned, tested, and imposed by the government of Azerbaijan. That is to say, by President Ilham Aliyev, president of Azerbaijan, who rules Azerbaijan as a dictator. The New Jersey congressman, Mr. Chris Smith, continued. The Biden administration must wake up, recognize the absolutely grave responsibility it has here, and focus on finding and implementing a human solution, Smith said. And this must mean that the blockade is lifted and the people continue to live in their ancient homeland. I said, Artsakh or Nagorno-Karabakh is 3,000 years Armenian region. It was part of Armenia during at least 3,000 years. And not be subject to violence and threats. The Armenian population of this region must not be subject to violence and threats. This situation is now a 3-alarm fire. In addition to Ocampo's testimony, the hearing also included testimony from David Phillips, the director of Columbia University Artsakh Atrocities Project and adjunct professor at Georgetown University School of Foreign Service. The language used by President Aliyev and his officials leaves no question about their genocidal intent, Phillips explained. He also provided extensive evidence as part of his testimony, including a list of perpetrators who are responsible for the atrocities in Nagorno-Karabakh. There are a lot of people starting from the beginning from the president of Azerbaijan, and there are a lot of generals, colonels, and lieutenant colonels who perpetrated atrocities against the population of Armenian population of Nagorno-Karabakh or Artsakh. The international community failed to sanction individuals who committed crimes after the war in 2016 and the war of 2020, Phillips said. Its failure sent a message to the government of Azerbaijan that it can act with impunity and escape repercussions for its crimes against humanity, ethnic cleansing, and acts of genocide. This was an article from CBN News, September 7, 2023. Title is, "This is Genocide. U.S. Armenia to hold joint exercise amid rising fears of massacre of Christians." Yes, now U.S. troops are in Armenia, and I think it's a good protection for Armenian people against Azerbaijani fascist state. Thank you for your attention. Have a good night.